Today, we're going over personalized outreach and how to get clients using direct outreach, but hyper personalized. Okay. So I know all the time I talk about how to get clients using automated outreach systems, which work extremely well. And a couple months ago, I made a video called I Tried Andrew Tate's Strategies. It was basically a very personalized approach within Andrew Tate's course. And it took me an hour to send 5 emails, which isn't that great, right? It's an hour to send 5 emails is pretty bad. But I got 3 responses out of 5, and they were all positive. And so it's like 3 booked calls out of an hour's worth of work. And so if you do that for 2 hours a day and get 6 booked calls doing 2 hours of work, that's pretty good for most people. And so I had other people trying this strategy, and it's working really well for them as well. And so I figured I'd make a really in-depth guide on how to do every specific thing, how to find prospects, how to make sure your accounts are good and ready to go, how to reach out on every single platform. So LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, email, SMS, all that. It is a little work, right? There is some stuff that you have to do, but I think it will pay off. What I recommend doing is if you are like doing outreach right now, or you're trying to start your outreach systems, right? Try to get clients, right? If you're doing that, I'd recommend automating as much as you can at first. Automating Instagram messages or Facebook messages or emails, just automating as much as you can. But sometimes you automate everything and you still have, nothing to do during the day. You're like, okay, I've automated everything. I quit my job. I'm trying to do this full time and I have nothing else to do. If you have nothing else to do, if you don't know what you should be doing, you should be always doing sales. If you think you've done everything, you aren't doing everything. And I would do this. You can do cold calling. You do all types of stuff, right? And so you should always be focusing on more sales if you don't know what else to do. This is the strategy that I would use if you're already automating a few systems or you're just getting started and you don't really know what to do. And also, I'm going to kind of go over all this as if it's like most of these systems are completely free. Like you can do all this and get a lot of responses, get high quality responses, and it's all free. There are some things that you can pay for to make it easier, the process easier, but most of this stuff I kind of made it free for people that are just starting out, or even people, you can even take this entire system. If it works really well for you, you just hand it over to a VA. They can do it for you. And then they just get a whole bunch of booked calls working 2 to 3 hours a day on the system. Again, we're going over email, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, literally almost every platform. First thing we're going over is just warming up your account. So I know this is very weird, but if you don't know what account warming is, it's basically on email. If you just start sending a whole bunch of emails out and people start marking you as spam, you're going to start going to the spam folder. So you're not going to, every time you send out an email, it's going to go into somebody's spam folder and they're not going to be able to see your email because it's not showing up as a notification on their phone. And so in order to fix this, we need to have email warming. Email warming is basically just, it's sending an email back and forth to other people, making it look like it's human interaction or human activity. And so it's just kind of doing these things back and forth to make it look like your account is naturally warmed up, right? It's being used naturally. And so you can send out emails yourself, but you have the warming going on in the background. It's just going to do its thing. Okay. So you can watch a whole separate video on how to do email warming, whatever. I'll also have this entire document in the link in the description below. It is extremely extensive and we're going to go over this whole thing. It has links to everything so you can use all that. Cool. So email warming, there is some free tools. Almost every email automation tool has a warming function within it. And almost every email function has a free trial, so you can just use those free trials. Snovio has a free trial. It only lets you do 450 warm-up emails, which is about 2 to 4 weeks of warming. Then it makes you upgrade. I'm going to use Mistrika for this. Mistrika, you can get the free trial. I'm going to go to Mistrika right now. I just created this test account. I added my email ID. It's warming now. It's going to start sending out warming emails. Basically, it's just going to send 20 to 30 emails a day back and forth to random people, and it's just going to keep your account warmed up and ready to go. So you're not going to end up in the spam folder. So if you want to do this, you can create an account on Mistrika, or there's several other platforms. I'm not getting paid by any of these tools, but there's several platforms that let you do this. You click in Mistrika, you would just click add ID. You input your name and the email address you want to use, and then Gmail. This is a Gmail account, and then you're going to use @password. To get an @password, basically all you have to do is you go to your Gmail account, go to manage account, and you're going to go to privacy, or I think it's security, right? Go down to 2-step verification. You want to make sure 2-step verification is on for your account. And then on top of that, you just scroll down within 2-step verification and you click @passwords. You're going to click create new @password, and you're going to select mail, device, Windows computer, and then click generate. It's going to show up a code. You're going to take that code and you're going to put it into whichever warming tool you're going to use. This one's Mistrika. You can use it in here. You can use it in anything, right? This is just, there's nothing you have to do else other than this. It's just warming up the account. So that's that. Next up, we are going to find prospects. I'm going to show you how to find prospects on every single platform we can possibly do. And so the first thing we want to do is you can download Snovio. Now, these aren't required, and you don't have to pay for any of these. They're not required, but they might help you in terms of like finding certain prospects, okay? So Snovio, what's really cool about it is you can get a free account. It'll give you like 150 credits for free. You can go to almost like any website, and here's a random website, right? Some random lady's website, and it can find the email address associated to almost any website. Now, these smaller websites where like no one's really using it, right? No email is found on this one. So maybe there's no email associated with this website. Another one you can use is SalesQL. You get like 50 free credits. This is just another tool. If I go to somebody's LinkedIn profile, the SalesQL will allow you to find any emails or phone numbers associated with this profile. Okay, yeah, so it found an email account. So we now have his email account, and we can send him an email. If we can't find his email anywhere else, we go contact info right here. Right, there's no email here, but you can use these other tools like SalesQL for free and find their email accounts. You can also use LeadRocks. You can also, this one's free, you can use, but there's no contact information in this one. So some of them will work, some of them won't work. Like every tool has their own database. You can kind of use those to find the email addresses once we're searching people up, right? So strat number one, we have several different strategies of finding prospects. So first one is just a regular LinkedIn search. You're gonna do a LinkedIn search of your target market using a specific keyword. So I'm gonna go, and for this example, let's just say I'm starting a brand new agency. I want to target specifically consultants, maybe tax advisors, stuff like that, right? You can look up consultant, consulting. People might have a different keyword within their bio. You have to really think about that. Sometimes if I look up consultants, I'm probably the consultant. So maybe I work for another company. I don't own the company, but if I do like Fox Consulting, I'm maybe the owner of this consulting company, right? We're going to go to people here, consultants. Now with LinkedIn, you're only limited to so many searches on LinkedIn. And sometimes if you try to search up a lot of different searches, it's going to limit you. Like you can only do so many searches per month on your LinkedIn account. And so to get past that, you have to buy Sales Navigator. You can get the Sales Navigator free trial and use it for a month for free. And you can probably get a client within that month if you actually use the strategy. Just something to be aware of. So I have Sales Navigator so I can like do unlimited searches, but something to think about. All right, so I do consultant. And so I have business owner, consultant. Okay, she's an owner of something, right? So looks pretty good. Director of e-commerce, consultants. So this guy maybe works for another company, U.S. board advisor, consultant. And so what if we want to find people that are like owners and founders and CEOs? Let me target people that are in Ohio. I'm in Ohio, so let me just target people that are in Ohio. Why not? Show results. And so now we have people that are in Ohio. These are probably people that work with other companies, whatever. So I'm going to go to all filters right here, scroll down, look for owner or founder or CEO. Cool, 16,000. That's a little more believable. HR professional owner, consultant at Elevate with Sophia. All right, so that's obviously her company. Cool, so that's probably a decent person to reach out to. She probably owns that company, co-founder, chief executive officer, whatever, blah, 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 helping business grow, whatever. That's okay, cool. He is also a consultant. So these are probably people that we would want to reach out to. So now we have a list of people that we can actually find. So we can go into Sophia, we can go to SalesQL, and we can find her contact information by searching emails and phone numbers, and it'll find it for us. We can also click on contact info right here, see if there's anything. Oh, we already have an email. That's one way. Click on the prospect to see if they're a good fit, find their websites, search them using the Chrome extensions, and see if they have an open profile as well. We're going to go into open profiles in a minute, but basically an open profile is you have two ways of messaging them. One way is just by, you have to connect with them first. So we do connect, right? And then we have to wait for them to accept our connection, and then we can message anybody that is within our connections. But there's an option to send a message directly to her. So we're going to click that. And if we're sending a message to the open profiles, then it's not going to cost us anything in terms of Sales Navigator, and we don't have a certain amount of credits. We can send as many as we want to. So just some things to think about. Next up, we've got a YouTube search. Now this is a little different, but this is the example I use within the video that I made in the Andrew Tate video. So search on YouTube a keyword that your audience would make a video about. So I'm going to search, since we're doing consultants, should I hire a business consultant? Then we're going to sort, we're going to click filter, and you're going to sort by upload date. So things that were updated recently or uploaded recently, usually the ones that were uploaded recently, they don't have a lot of views. Okay, this was 2 weeks ago, which is actually pretty old. So maybe I should just type in business consultant rather than should I hire a business consultant, just type in business consultant or hire consultant, just like things like that. And any keyword that the audience might make a video about. And here we have someone that might be, this is the spa business coach. So coach and consultant might be someone that we can actually reach out to. We'll go into them in a minute, but you can kind of find people within here, go to their pages. Let's go to their YouTube about. Here, we can go to the about page, and usually they have an email in here. View email address, submit, boom, and now we have an email address for that person, which is great. That's another way that you can find people, and that's how I did it within the Andrew Tate video. You can also just find let's just say it's not on their YouTube, which this is an info email, so it's probably not the best, but we can go to their website right here. So strategic marketing, we can see if Synovio can pick up their email address. Okay, we did find an email, but it's the same email, info at blah, blah, blah. We can maybe go to contact us page, and then we can find maybe, okay, info, same, but we also have a phone number. We can also try to validate the phone number. I'm going to just show you how to do this right now. Might do this later as well, but I'm going to go to reverse phone lookup. It's called numlookup.com. Put that phone number in there, and we can see if it's actually a personal phone number of anybody, and it'll show us their name too if it's actually a personal phone number, which is great. If not, all good. And I'll show you this a little later too to Let's see what it is, but reports. All right, this is a mobile number. I don't know who that is. And it's T-Mobile. So we can reach out via text message to this person, which is great. Next up, Instagram. You can download a Chrome extension called Growman IG Scraper. I'm going to open it up right now. This is what it looks like. You can scrape from a specific hashtag. So I'm going to go to hashtag right here, and I can look up business consultant. And so anyone that's posted within the business consultant hashtag within the last day or so, I'm going to scrape them, and it's going to give me their emails and phone numbers and their usernames and all that stuff. Now it's going to come out, basically it'll take a little while. It's going to take like 5 seconds each person, but once it's done, you can click copy. And there's an example. Here's someone that gave me their email, did not give me their phone number. The whole goal of this is to reach out to them in a way where they want to respond. And so we're using these little things like, okay, he's an e-commerce consultant, he's a speaker. And so maybe trying to lean into those things when we're doing our outreach. On Instagram, it'll kind of look like this. You can copy all the people, paste it, and then you'll have all these things, all this data that you can use, the emails, the phone numbers, and all that, which is pretty cool. Instagram scraping. Next one is Facebook group scraping. So you can go to a Facebook group, and then what you can do is search up whatever your audience is. So I'm going to look up consultants, online coaches and consultants, course creators. So we can go to here and go into members. Now, you might not be the member of this group, so you have to join the group. A lot of these groups are private, and so you just join it, and then it's going to ask you a few questions like, are you an actual business consultant, or let's just say you're targeting tax advisors. Are you a tax advisor? When did you get your license? You can say, oh, I'm looking to become one, and just try to make it look like, just try to get them to accept your invite into the group. Scrolling down here, we have all the people that have just joined. So we can kind of go through here and we can see who we want to reach out to based on their job title below here. You can also scrape all the people by just scrolling down as far as you want to using this tool called Instant Data Scraper. It's completely free, and it'll just scrape all the people for you, and you can put it into a CSV. So I'm going to click copy all, and it's going to put it into a CSV format, and then I'm just going to put it into a Facebook or a Google Sheet. Now I've already put it in here, and so here we have all the people that I scraped earlier. And so from here, now we have all these people, and we can just kind of sort through and find people that already have owner, founder, CEO, people that we'd want to reach out to. So I can click here, clear these, and click owner. Now I created, and do select all right here, boom. And now I have people that are just owners, right? So I've only scraped 80 people, and out of the 80, we have 7 of them that have the keyword owner, founder, CEO, or we can do, we have Warren here, and then we can do CEO as well, select all. And we have a couple more in there, which is great. And something I forgot to mention, to create filters, you just select the entire first row, then click this filter button, and then it'll create filters, and then you can add the filter onto this thing, right? Anyways, next up, Facebook business page scraping. This is kind of the same thing, but we're just doing it on, it's a little different. So we're just going to do a regular Facebook search. So this is not on the group search, it's just regular Facebook. We just look up consultants, right? And then we can go to pages. You can also do a specific location. So we can do in Ohio. And so these are people in my local area, Holly Pierce Consulting, Digital Marketing. Now this is more for local businesses. It's not as great for like online businesses like this. I'd probably recommend you not do that. I think LinkedIn's probably the better source for this, or just like those Facebook groups. But it's just an idea where you can go in here. So those are kind of all the different ways you can scrape people. There is a paid way that you can do this that I kind of recommend. Make it really easy to scrape a lot of people really quickly. You can get this tool called Scrup.com. It's on AppSumo right now for $39. And you can buy this. This will let you scrape LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And so you can scrape like 1,000 people at a time. You would also need Sales Navigator, which you have to get the Sales Navigator free trial, or you can get it off of Fiverr. What you can do on Fiverr is just look up Sales Navigator account. You find people that have reviews and says, I will activate your LinkedIn Sales Navigator account, right? So this has 7 5-star reviews, probably a good person to reach out to. Basically, you're just going to give them your email, and they're going to activate Sales Navigator for you, which is pretty cool. So we can do a LinkedIn search. You do a Sales Navigator search. You're going to scrape it, and you're going to put it into Scrup.com, and then it's going to find all the prospects for you. It'll find the emails for you. You don't have to use any other tools. It'll find some of them will find phone numbers, whatever. Find the websites for you, all that stuff. And so you don't have to do a lot of work. And so here's an example of what that looks like. It's got all these stuff. It also shows you the open profiles. So we can just do the ones that are open profiles, which is true, right? And so now I can do a LinkedIn message to all the people that have open profiles. We can also do people that already have a website. So here's a website. And again, I added filters here. So you click that filter button. So we're going to remove blanks. So only people that have a link and have a website, so we can look at their website. People also that have a Twitter, we can do that as well if you want to. Just all the stuff that's already in here. You pay $39 for this, you get all this information. Also, their emails are right there, so we don't have to find it on the website, all that stuff, right? But, it's a paid way. You can do that if you want to. Writing copy. This is fun, all right? So when writing copy, we need to always remember that we want to look as human as possible when reaching out to them. You don't want to look robotic or extremely formal, because if it looks robotic or extremely formal, they're going to be way less likely to respond. The two most important things when it comes to copy is we want to sell the end result and we want to remove a risk as much as possible. There's so many people that tell you so many different things. Alex Hormozi says, oh, there's 5. None of that matters, right? End result, remove risk. That's it. Okay, trust me, I've sent hundreds of thousands, literally millions of messages. This is why I know it works. The end result is what they're going to get out of the service, and removing risk is making it seem like they're not going to lose any money or energy or time when they're using our service. So I usually like to stick to these 4 different styles of copy when reaching out. There are several more. There's millions of different styles, right? But these are the 4 that I like to kind of stick to. I'll get into some other unique ones you can try. Here's the first one. Direct offer with risk reversal. So here's an example. I have examples for all the ones that I'm mentioning here. This is one that worked for me. Hey, I know this is probably the 1,583,464th message you received this week, but hear me out. I've got an automated system to get you at least 40 appointments per month, no retainer, no setters, no paid ads. And if it doesn't work, then you don't pay anything. Or you open a chat, of course it fucks, right? In this offer, we have a direct offer, which is, hey, I'll help you get 40 appointments. Now, we also mentioned our mechanism. A mechanism is how we actually get the end result. So we're getting 40 appointments. We're getting that through this automated appointment system. That's pretty interesting. What's an automated appointment system? We also show that we have a risk reversal. And our risk reversal here is if it doesn't work, then you don't pay, right? Also, there is some more to this, which we have this eye-catching intro. And we also we're removing pain in some ways, where we're saying no retainer, no setters, no paid ads. And so that's some pain that they've experienced maybe with working with somebody else. You might not understand anything what I'm saying here, but we're removing pain. There's a lot more to this, but I kind of go over a lot of that in my coaching program. This example isn't my favorite type of copy when we're using it for this specific purpose. It does work extremely well, but it's just not my favorite type of copy with what we're about to do, which is the personalized outreach approach. But I'll show you what is. But it's pretty cool. We reduce risk and everything like that. There's some easier ways of reducing risk without even having to say it, right? Because here we have to say, hey, if it doesn't work, you don't pay anything. But we can reduce risk without even having to say that. So this one, I already have your end result. That's just it. So, hey, I've got 12 companies that might need your marketing help. Are you free to chat sometime this week? In this example, we are just going out as if we already have the end result that they are looking for. And this is a very simple example. Obviously, it's a very short message, and it's on Instagram, but it worked extremely well. So the risk removal, or what removes risk in here without even having to say it, because we're just saying, hey, I've got 12 companies. We're just saying as if we already have it. Now, most of the time they understand that this is a marketing offer, but sometimes they get confused and they think that, oh, you already have 12 companies. You're just going to hand them over. You're just going to give them free leads. It is still extremely effective. You will have people that are confused, but it is effective. Like on this last test I ran, it was a 28% positive reply rate. Next one, job offer copy. So this one actually works extremely well too. These last 2 are my favorite 2. Here is the offer. Any positions available? Hey, Emil wanted to see if you have any SDR positions available at Setup Social. That's its company name. I worked with dozens of companies over the last 3 years. I usually get 120 appointments per month using my SDR direct outreach strategies, and wanted to see if you had any room available on your team. Please let me know. So, hey, that sounds great. What's counter link? So this copy works extremely well because it removes risk, but in a completely different way. Because for some reason, people are highly skeptical when hiring agencies rather than just hiring a person, right? They easily hire someone, but they don't easily hire an agency to do it for them. The employee doesn't, you don't have to give any guarantees. You can leave anytime you want to as an employee. You have no legal agreement that you have to sign to bring them results. But people are way more high, which is crazy. Like an agency, they make you jump through all these hoops for them to become your client, I guess. But as an employee, you don't have to do any of that stuff. So this might work for you, where you just go in acting like you're just looking for a job opportunity. The only thing, and you can just be their consultant or their freelancer for them or contractor for them. And you can just be a contractor for many companies or freelancer for many companies. And so this works really well. It probably won't work as well if you're like established already and you have a big company. Like for me, probably I've reached out with this offer and people are like, aren't you Carson Fox? Like, aren't you the best at this? Why are you looking for a job? When you're just starting out, this probably can really help you. And I've had people running this exact copy and it's working extremely well for them. So next up, partnership copy. This one is actually where this all started. So this is the exact copy I use in this Andrew Tate video where I sent 5 emails. I got 3 responses. So, hey, David, I love your YouTube videos. You deserve a lot more views. I just want to see if you're open to partnering up on something simple. I've got a system to consistently get restaurants interested in my marketing services, but I just can't take them on anymore. I wanted to see if you could take on some of these sales calls and if you could sell them your coaching services. Let me know if you're open to chatting sometime this week. This is what it all started with. It makes it easy to say yes to because we're adding a lot of elements that we've already talked about. We have a mechanism by saying, I've got this system. We're removing risk by acting as if we already have the end result, we already have the system in place, we're already getting leads. It also removes risk by just saying we want to partner up. And for some reason, everybody just is open to a partnership. And it's a lot easier to say, hey, are you open to partner up, rather than saying, hey, I want to sell you something, You got to think about what is going on in the back of their mind, not just like, what are they seeing? Because a lot of people, I removed risk by saying, hey, if it doesn't work, I'll give you all your money back. But we don't even want to say we're going to give them their money back because that implies that they have to give us money up front, which includes a risk. So saying I'm open to a partnership just doesn't seem I have to pay them any money in the first place. So it's like just little stuff like that, you know. There's also system copy. Hey, I've got a one-click appointment system if you're interested. It's just using the mechanism here, right? One-click appointment system if you're interested. And they're like, oh, what is that? How does that work? Piques curiosity. That works really well. There's also just a simple question copy. Hey, I just want to see if I could bring you 7 roofing jobs this month. Would you be interested? That's also a really good one that works extremely well. There's plenty more, but we don't have much time for that. So today I'm just going to use the partnership copy. So we're going to say, hey, first name, personalization, just like we did here. I love what your YouTube videos, what you're doing. I think they're great. I just want to see if you're open to partnering up with something. I've got a system that can consistently get niche, which is whatever they're targeting. So in that case, it was restaurants. Interested in my service, which is marketing services. And I want to see if you could help fulfill on these clients. I want to see if you would take on some of these sales calls and sell them your service, whatever their service is. Let me know if you're open to chat, Carson Fox, right? So they basically the exact same thing that we said in our partnership copy right here. Now, when it comes to personalization, actually creating this personalization, once we found our prospect on a given platform, we need to find something within their profiles that we can use to stroke their ego. We want to appreciate them in some way that makes it look like we really know who they are. And we do because we're doing all this research on them. You can do this by going through their most recent posts and seeing if you can comment on anything that was recent or comment on maybe some specific work that they did. You can also, the offer we present to them is specific to what they are doing. So in the partnership example, like I said, I found this guy's YouTube channel. I said, look, I love what you're doing on your YouTube channel. I found that he was targeting restaurants specifically. He was targeting restaurants and people that go to restaurants. It was a little weird. It was pretty cool though. So I tailored the offer to say, hey, I can bring you restaurants that are interested in marketing services, which is what he was kind of offering, marketing services to restaurants. And so instead of saying, hey, I can bring you businesses that are interested in your service, right? Which is what I did up here, right? With this, this was just a blast message. Hey, I've got 12 companies that are interested in your services, right? That still works. Obviously, I got like a 28% bounce rate with a very blanket message without any personalization. But if I say specifically restaurants to a guy that's targeting specifically restaurants, he knows that I really personalize this message and I send it just to him. Because everybody every day gets tons of automated emails and text messages. And so if I find out someone's actually trying to reach out to me, I have this need to reach back out to them because I don't want to leave them hanging. So we have this reciprocity thing. But if I see someone that they're just sent me an automated email, right? Like if TurboTax sends me an email, I'm like, all right, well, TurboTax, they're sending that email to millions of people. I don't feel any obligation to respond back to them. But if someone says, hey, I really love your YouTube channel, Carson, I'm like, ooh, that person actually did watch my YouTube channel, because like TurboTax doesn't know that. They're just sending an email to everybody. But if someone actually mentioned my YouTube channel, then I know that they're actually watching me, or they're actually reaching out to me specifically to me, and they're not just automating this, you know? So I feel obligated to reach back out to them. Hopefully that makes sense. So we didn't just say businesses. I said specifically what he does and who he's targeting, which is restaurants. A couple different ways of doing this, being able to find this data to be able to personalize our outreach. One is just going to the website, try to see a brief overview of what their core offer is. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes they have this brain-numbing, pointless, IQ-lowering websites that are just, we help businesses grow and scale using all these services. And I'm going to show you some of these websites. There's a lot of them. It's crazy how many there are. We do all the services. We do SEO, we do marketing, we do ads, they do everything for you. Plus, we work with every industry, plus blah, blah, blah. You know, sometimes when they're just filling their website with all this blanket marketing, just trying to target everybody, it's hard to create personalization around that, but we can kind of try to see what we can do in terms of that. We can also look at their about page, see if there's any awards, any specific date that they started the company, if they're family oriented, whatever we can find about their company that can maybe help us create a personalized outreach message. We want to find it. We'll also look at their social media, recent posts, maybe what the main theme is or what it's about, and give a quick glance of the general idea of maybe their most recent post, and you can make personalization based on that. I'm going to show you live in action me doing outreach to these people. Now, I'll try to do what I can in this video, but we're going to start with finding people's emails, and we're going to find them via YouTube, and we're going to send an email to them. So here we have this person, right? Should I hire a business consultant? I looked at their page. We go to their page right here. I go to the videos. They have 2 videos, nothing crazy, but they have a ton of shorts. So they're making all these shorts, which is what we saw on the search. If I go to their about section, they do not have an email, unfortunately, but they do have an Instagram page and a TikTok page. So let's just see if we can find anything based on their Instagram page. Cool. Here's Instagram, posting a ton. Let's see if we have anything recent, which is this 8 minutes ago. Jesus. Let me see if I can find any contact information. Okay, we have email. We have a link. Let's go to their website. And I'm guessing they target spas specifically. And also on her bio, it says something like spa and beauty business coach, master spa business profitability, spa operations specialist. So she is actually really dialed in, specifically targeting spas. I think great marketing in terms of her bio. This is a Squarespace website, so I guess she does not really focus on this, which my website's terrible too, which is okay. We also have an email here. I'm going to right click this and click copy email address. We're going to see what this email is. All right, Aaron at thesmallbusinesscoach.com. Okay, I'm going to copy that and we're going to start our email. Boom. Cool. We'll see. Okay. And we can also reach out on Instagram. I want to look at how many different ways can we reach out to them just so that I guarantee that they're going to see me somewhere. So if I reach out to them on Instagram and on email and on LinkedIn and on Facebook, just anywhere that I can possibly reach out to them, if I can find them, I will find them, and just want to do whatever we can. So also go to contact us page, see if there's anything on here. Contact. Okay, it's just a form submission thing, which follow me on Instagram. All right, so it doesn't look like we can find anything else. We don't have a LinkedIn. We don't have a Facebook, but I think Instagram and email is fine. Aaron, have some spas for you. All right, very specific. Have some spas, right? So I know that she's targeting spas. So hey, first name. Also, what I looked at earlier, she does post a lot on TikTok. She has like all these value posts, whatever. And so I can say something like, all right, she has all these posts. Holy cow. I've been following your TikToks or your short form content for a while. I love what you're doing. So let's add that. So that's our personalization. Been following your TikTok and Insta for a while now. Love the content you're putting out. I just wanted to see if you were open to a simple partnership. Open to a simple partnership, right? Cool. I've got a system to consistently get spas interested in my marketing service. I need some help fulfilling on these clients. Wanted to see if you could take on some of these spas and sell them your coaching services. You free to chat sometime this week? We can send this email. Also, I have this tool called GMass. You can use GMass to do auto follow-ups. So we can follow up after a day and it'll automatically just send out an email as a follow-up. And let's just do 2 days. For 2 days, did my last email go through, right? And then another one for 2 more days after that. All right, then you can click send through GMass, and it's going to send through GMass. And we're going to go to Erin, and we're going to follow her. We're going to message her, and we're going to say, I just sent you an email, but I thought I'd send a message on Insta as well, right? I'm going to spark curiosity here where I'm just going to say, hey, I just want to see if you're up to a simple partnership. So I'm like, oh, what's the partnership, right? Or she'll go and read my email. And so leave it like that, but you can also just spit out the entire thing that you just already wrote in the email. And you can just say, hey, I love your short form content that you've been doing, blah, 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 blah. Cool. All right. Boom, baby. Email is done. Now let's do LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, I looked up consulting. We're going to Meredith here. Here we have, okay, CEO Meredith, blah, 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 consulting. All right, so it's just her name, consulting. Shows probably just a personal consulting business. She has her website here and just calls it her portfolio. So I'm going to click on her website. Another Squarespace website. Holy cow. Everybody loves Squarespace. And have Erin here. She has 15 years of experience. I'm trying to find something that we can actually use. We go to work right here. We have some people at NetJets. We have Kitchler Lighting. Let me see if I can, let's do contact. Here we go, get in touch. Found an email, awesome. And we have a phone number. Let's just check if this phone number is a valid mobile phone number. So boom. Then we can send an email to this lady. Cool. And we can say the same thing. Was just on your website. Really love what you did with, let's just find a specific company that she worked with. Maybe something that she's proud of. Usually the things at the top is what she's proud of. All right, so we'll go to work. Kitchler Lighting. I think that one's actually pretty good. Kitchler Lighting. Boom. So that's the email. Send that out. Also, let's check if Meredith has an open profile. Click more, message, boom. Meredith has an open profile. You can send this email and then just send the exact same thing on here. You can say, I just sent you an email as well, and then we'll just put already open a chat after that. Boom, and then send that to her. Awesome. Let's check if this phone number is valid. Holy cow. Then we can reach out to her via text. Oh my gosh. And we can say, hey, Meredith, I just emailed you, sent you a message on LinkedIn. I know this is really weird. I know you don't know me, but I thought I'd reach out on a text as well. And I wanted to see if you're open to a simple partnership. I want to see if I could bring you some consistent companies in the Columbus area, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. Boom, baby. Holy cow. What's next? What's next? All right, so we did LinkedIn. All right, let's do Facebook personal pages. Cool. So we scraped this earlier. Like I said, you go to a Facebook search. You're going to go to the group. You're going to search the people in the group. And then we use Instant Data Scraper, and here we are, right? So I'm going to go to I create a filter. We have the job titles. I'm going to clear all these. I'm going to just do owner. I went through some of these already, but this one lady in particular, we're just going to go over her. So she teaches average people how to make, I don't know if I can actually help her. I don't know if with this business that I'm trying to help consultants, I guess she is kind of a consultant, but she's doing more B2C, so she's targeting regular people. We can see, right? So right now we can reach out to her on Facebook. So in her profile though, we have so many links. We have Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all this stuff. We have social. Let's see what her website's about. What's she trying to do? Social scale. Scroll through this. 10x your social sales booster will learn. And, all right, so she's kind of teaching people how to scale using social media, I guess. Make money using her social media posts. So how can we reach out to her? Well, we can do her Facebook profile, so we can reach out on here. Let's see if she has this Facebook business page, so we can also reach out on the Facebook business page. We also have her Instagram account. Let's see if that opens up. We have, and now look at that, we have her email right inside of there. Cool. So now we can reach out to her via email. 176,000 followers, but her posts don't have any comments. We can message her on, we got Facebook business page, Instagram, email, but we have enough. We have plenty of platforms that we can reach out to her on. She posted 9 days ago. She was pretty active on YouTube, make money on TikTok. And so we can say, hey, I watched your most recent video about how to make money on TikTok. I thought it was really cool. I want to see if you're open to a simple partnership. I sell a service that helps people make money online, but I thought you'd be a really great partner on the social media side of things. I want to see if you could take on some clients for your social media coaching program, whatever it is, right? Are you open to chat? Of course I am. Awesome. And we have like these 8 different platforms that we have of hers because she littered her profile with all these links, and we can send messages on all of them. Cool. Facebook business page, right? We kind of already covered that with the Facebook page that we just did. Instagram, and then SMS. So SMS is, so we looked at that one lady that had phone number here, and we can reach out to her directly on SMS. So I'm not going to go too much into that, but we can say this. I already kind of told you what you could say on that. And we're also going to do Instagram. So we're going to go back into here. I also scraped people from Instagram already. And when you scrape on Instagram, we can look up a few things. We have their bios. We have almost everything in here. I'm going to go people that already have a phone number. So I'm going to remove blanks. People that already have a phone number. It also shows you the country code. So I'm going to remove anybody that has a country code that isn't just 1, because 1 is the United States. So country code 1. Digital Impact by Carlos. So this one was one I was looking at earlier. Posted 3 hours ago. Awesome. All right. So, and he is in Miami Beach, Florida. So we have that. A little context clues there. Cool. Carlos, digital marketer, boosting business with digital marketing strategies. Cool. Let's go to his website here. Here, this is one of the ones I was talking about, just a brain dead web. I'm sorry, Carlos. I'm not trying to be mean, but want to grow online? Like, look at this. Keep scrolling. And all this stuff. Look at that. Wow. What dentistry, interior design. So he's worked with moving companies in dentistry, interior design. Looks like, okay, dentistry. So these are the industries he serviced. This is all the stuff he does. He does pay-per-click, AI, neural network consulting. What the heck is that? Website design, search engine optimization, social media marketing. Does it all, dude. He is everything plus the kitchen sink. Services, which will give us the same stuff. Let's go to contact, see if we can find any contact info, which we already have his phone number and his email. We're going to see if his phone number is actually a valid mobile phone number. Let's go to here, grab that phone number, do reverse phone number lookup. We also have his Facebook page and Instagram page. So we already have his Instagram page. We're looking at that, but now we can reach out on Facebook too. So we can, okay, we also have WhatsApp out here, and we just found their email. Cool. He's helped moving companies in the past, right? So if I go back to his boom, he's helped. I'm just trying to think, what's the, maybe dentistry might be a good one because everybody loves dentistry, but I would be more comfortable trying to help him get more moving companies. So I'm going to say, hey, I can help you get more moving companies. So I say, hey, Carlos, hope you're doing well in Miami, Florida, because we know he's in Miami. I was looking at your Instagram, I was looking at your website. I saw that you worked with a lot of different people. Because I have a consistent system that gives me moving companies interested in marketing services. I want to see if you could take on some of these moving companies because I just can't take them on. I want to see if you were open to a partnership. Be free to chat to them this week. And we have Instagram, Facebook, SMS, and email that we can reach out to them on. Guys, holy cow, I'm good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you guys out. I know this is a very intense, long, detailed video, but if you actually have some free time, you want to get some clients, and you have the time to just like spend a couple hours a day just sending out manual messages, and you can really personalize it like this, you can get a ton of clients. So hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys soon.